I just won some tickets. Oh, I'm gonna get some prizes. What the That's not how you use the claw machine!
And I'm in love with an arcade cabinet, Sinistar.
Meet my... First, we need to establish the fact that your name is Arcade. Not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure you were given that at birth. Otherwise, your parents are some serious gamers. But did you name yourself Arcade legally after you fell in love with an arcade cabinet? What I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's a game machine, but before or after? Because that would be like me changing my name to Feet. Wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Look, I don't know what that was, all right? Feet. Who loves feet? Not me, all right? Gosh. But seriously, before or after? Because if it was after, then it's weird. But if it's before, Arcade.
My relationship with Sinistar is mostly romantic, but I do also have sexual feelings toward him.
Yes.
Sinistar is a 1983 Williams arcade cabinet.
Right.
I feel like every kid has that stuffed animal.
No, stop right there, because whatever you are about to say after this sentence, you need help. Stop it. I loved a Pikachu stuffed teddy, right? Where the hell is it? I don't know. Probably in a heap somewhere. I didn't then watch Pokemon, play Pokemon on the DS, and, you know, have feelings, essentially. Why have you brought kids up, by the way? Look. By all means, same as Amanda, right? If you want to love things that cannot love you back, both mentally and physically, just because... What the hell am I saying?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
If you want to love these things, by all means, I actually don't care because you're not hurting anyone. But can we not talk about kids during this? I find it weird. I don't like it. So, I fear that they are about to say, every kid has that stuffed animal that they love so much. No.
That toy that they love. Sometimes they associate personalities with it.
Okay.
So it's like I kind of never grew out of that.
Okay, you know what? I don't know. It's not as bad as what I thought. It's not as bad as what I thought you were gonna say, but it's still kind of weird. There's no need for kids to be involved in this, right? Stop doing backflips to justify you loving an arcade machine. Wait, there's a game, the dance games. Stop dancing around trying to excuse this behavior. Again, I don't care, but just don't bring up kids, please.
I knew that I had like an attraction toward arcade cabinets, tech in general.
Tech in general. Apparently, don't get this person in the tech industry. I tell you that much. We're rising to the moon. Oh, we've literally been fisted now. What's this person's name again? Arcade. How can I forget that? I've always had an attraction towards arcade cabinets. I didn't even know they were called cabinets, by the way. I just thought they were called arcade machines. Pac-Man. Pac-Man is running away from more than just ghosts. That's for sure. I took a trip down memory lane, and then I took a left turn into... Oh my gosh, what is going on? Don't name your street that, councils of the world. That's weird.
All of the games that I've liked over the years.
That's weird,
and
man.
This one came up and I was like, oh shit, that's actually like really attractive.
Okay, for the first time, actually, I think someone has swore on a Channel 4 documentary. That's weird. Are they a gamer? They've got like a proper set. Do you know what I don't understand? Chandeliers all right. But gaming, like, surely your childhood is like ruined now because these things that you grew up with, now you are attracted. But I must say, if there is something to fall in love with, and you know that there's gonna be no games in the relationship, it would be an arcade machine, wouldn't it?
This is great banter. It really is.
I love his energy. I love how I feel like when I'm sitting inside Sinistar.
Goodness me, at least Amanda didn't speak like this. Fair enough, she sucked off a diamond. But you are describing, this is softcore corn right now. I'm not sure if this is allowed on YouTube, but it technically is because this is where I found it. It sucks having a partner that you can only appreciate. What does that mean? Is that a bad thing? I'm assuming they are going to say appreciate in private. Because if you were fondling the driving stick, what is it called? The steering wheel. If you were fondling that a bit too much in the arcade, in the racing games, in Mario Kart, you definitely are going to slip on a banana. Put it back in your pants.
It sucks having a partner that you can kind of only appreciate through pictures, memories, mementos.
What does that mean?
Him being a public object derails all of the affection that I'd like to share.
So, it's not even one that you own in the house. Sorry, own. We don't say own in relationships. It's one genuinely not to your property. That makes it a bit weirder. At least Amanda, once again, owns her chandeliers, right? Owns them physically. Oh, goodness, very dominant she is. But yeah, that's weirder now. Because now we're crossing into consent territories, right? Not the machine, because the machine cannot consent. The machine consents by asking you if you want to play a game. I hope you reciprocate the consensualness. What is this video?
What the hell are you talking about?
But consent in terms of the public. I don't want to see you caressing this machine whilst, the arcade is open. But then, how does that work? I'm imagining, right, arcade here, calling up an arcade and saying, hey, before you open, can I come in and bust a nut?
Yeah, boy.
What if we told you that today you'd have an opportunity to spend some time alone with Sinistar?
Oh my goodness. Cut the cameras.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Oh goodness, cut the cameras. Laughing. Doing more than laughing, I tell you that much. So it's in a museum, which bodes the question, or poses the question, whichever one. I don't care. Nothing makes sense. How? Do you just visit the museum one day and wow, that's a gamer right there. How does it work?
It is a public object, so I'm used to people being around.
Yeah,
so it's strange to think that I'm gonna be in the room effectively alone.
Well, that's the strange part.
Were you
yes.
nervous to tell me about being objective?
It's just a weird subject. It's weird, and a lot of people are like, that's crazy, and I'm just like, I know.
I thought it was cute.
First of all, your friend here, I'm assuming, is going to be very supportive. Shut up. Nathaniel right now would be having a field day with that car going past. But I need to obviously, I say preface, we're heavily into this video now, but I need to make it very clear that same with Amanda, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? By all means, go for it, because for the most part, what I've seen from the people who, enjoy the touch of an object, they're just good people. They're good vibes. They can take a joke, they banter themselves. That's what we love. If you can make fun of yourself, it's a good life lesson, right? If you can make fun of yourself and you can laugh at yourself, other people laughing just doesn't mean shit. So learn to make jokes at your expense. Not to the extent, of course, where you start criticizing yourself, right? And mentally it takes a toll on you, but lighthearted, if that makes sense.
Didn't ask.
Not being able to see someone for so long,
Facts.
especially when they're behind the doors of a temperature-controlled archive.
See? That's my point. Just crack jokes. It's funny. At the end of the day, when you love a machine, it's funny. It is.
Just nervous. I know there's nothing to be nervous about, like nothing's gonna happen,
There's so
but
much in here. It's an orgy we're about to witness. Cover your eyes and ears. Oh my goodness.
other arcade cabinets don't compare in the same way.
Why?
There are a lot of other arcades that I like, but not quite love.
We need more. I need more here. It's like you've blue-balled me, right? Smurf. Is there a Smurf game? Because I've been blue-balled. Why don't other arcade machines hit the spot? Huh? Is the joystick not shiny enough? Are the buttons not clickable enough? Are the screens just poor quality? Let me know in the comments. Because who else is going to know? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. If you had to love an arcade machine, hypothetically you had to choose one, which arcade machine would it be? If I had to pick one, maybe something to do with Sonic. Because rings, fast, curling up the ball.
It's got a mind of its own. Easy, easy, big fella.
I've ruined Sonic for someone right now.
We're in the archives right now. I don't get the opportunity to
The fact that they're
be
just
here.
allowed to just go, you know, into the museum. And he's just there. Spider-Man! I would choose Spider-Man. How could I forget? The webs, the shooting, the flips, the moves. Ah!
Stop it. Get some help.
Zendaya, I'm coming for Tom. Double entendre there.
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Man.
What is that in the background? Some cat clock. Clock, I said, by the way. Okay, let's stop right here because you, as the museum owner, will say, what are you doing in this situation? Because, what did I say before? You get a call, hey, can I come down and fondle the machine, essentially? And what do you think? What do you think in this situation? What do you do? Do you turn away? Do you give them privacy? Because what's about to happen right now? The archive room is about to become the Steam room. Do you get it? Because games and Steam and it's steamy because of the love. That's incredible, man, honestly. Subscribe. Just for that, please. It's funny. Kiss. Please. Oh my goodness. This is basically softcore corn once again. We saw them flicking through the pictures. Oh goodness, probably hiding an erection. Quite literally now, we've got the joystick on screen. Put it away!
I can imagine this is what it feels like for other people too, when they've seen their object in reality, actuality for the first time. I don't exactly know what it is about it. I just like how industrial it looks, and especially like the fiberglass molding on the back here.
What does that mean? You like how industrial it looks? Thick. Are you calling the machine thick, by the way? Because it is quite a clunky machine in comparison to like the Pac-Mans. So you like the industrial, the thickness. Try and paint it as anything else other than you like the thick. With 2 C's. Thickums. Industrial, by the way. I was going to say something about the Industrial Revolution, but I don't know anything about the Industrial Revolution. So, out of respect for what it might be, I'm just not going to make any joke about it. So, industrial, let's think of something because we're already here now. Imagine arcade here walking past a construction site. You know, the industrialism of it. Oh, does that work? maybe. Right, can we stop laughing now?
It's just so silly. I love it so much.
Yeah, the lights turning you on, eh?
It is definitely a game that is hard to beat. This game sucks.
Oh, what do you mean? What? Cut the cameras there. The game's hard to beat. This game sucks. I bet you wish it did suck, didn't you, Arcade? Arcade is making the jokes for me.
People knew that it wasn't harmful.
It isn't, I know this.
I wish people had more of an understanding that it really is just comfort for a lot.
Well, for a lot of people, it is a coping mechanism, by all means, right? Again, if it's not hurting anyone, I know people out there, they're going to have different coping mechanisms. However, if it gets to a point where you need professional support because you are hurting yourself, I don't know, it is a difficult topic, we'll say, because what am I trying to say? Who knows? Maybe I need professional support in learning how to speak English.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Of course, there's the question of, you know, these people who have objectum sexuality, do they miss out on the human relationships? Do they oppose them? Do they crave human touch? Because we are humans, right? Shock horror. And there is nothing like a human-to-human relationship. Platonic, romantic, whatever. So does it impact that? I'm not sure. Obviously, Arcade had a friend that was very supportive. So maybe not, but I don't know. Anyone in the comments, let me know. Is there a threat to the mentality, to the mental health, the physical health of someone with objectum sexuality? In Amanda's case, sucking off a diamond probably might shatter in your mouth. Ouch. For Arcade here, well, the joystick going inside, that probably hurts. That's probably not good. But for the most part, putting aside the comedy aspects, I'm not too against it, right? People out there in this world, they like a lot more sick things, which, by the way, they should be in prison. Should be other things as well, maybe instead of prison, but obviously we won't go into that in this video. But yeah, you know, like in an arcade machine, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
For people, it is a coping mechanism. Some people, it's their relationship, like it's their main relationship.
That's
as long as no one
like,
is hurting anyone, I think it should be fine.
True stories from Channel 4. Thank you, Channel 4, for not claiming the second Amanda video, by the way. Thank you. I love you guys. Maybe, I guess. Sponsor me! Again, they're not hurting anyone, so that is what it is. But then the question becomes, is it okay for their mental health to, what's the word I'm looking for here? To lean into their coping mechanism to the extent of this, where it becomes their main relationship? Because some people's coping mechanisms, for example, is alcohol. You wouldn't tell them to lean into the alcohol more. But maybe that's a different scenario. They're not hurting themselves in this instance. But it is a good question, I believe. At what point is it too much? Because, again, if it is just a coping mechanism, some coping mechanisms are bad for you. I comfort eat, for example. That's how I've ended up with this big booty. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Obviously, with the Amanda, I said it doesn't hurt anyone, but she didn't bring up the coping mechanism. So in this instance, maybe Arcade had some sort of traumatic experience that led them to think loving this arcade machine is the way that I feel safe, comfortable. Then it's an issue. where professional support, I think, would need to come in because we need to address the root problem. But again, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you next time. That's it. Go love things. Peace.